Welcome to this YouTube channel of K-Leaders. I'm Francis Chan. Regardless of the size of your business, there may be a time when a change is needed. As business owners, and since there are travel restrictions, it may be a good time for you to pick up your group chart and financial statements and see what you can do with them. From this episode onwards, I'll be covering the topic of corporate restructuring. Corporate restructuring may mean many things. It may include creation of new shares, invite new investors, setting up new companies for new business initiative, closing down unnecessary companies, or merging businesses. I'm very pleased to share with you from next episode the various forms of corporate restructuring. At this moment of time, let's look at this corporate structure. This group structure have various companies in different jurisdictions, and in the same jurisdiction, they have several companies. Before we look at it in detail, let's ask one question, is whether this chart is most updated chart. Because otherwise, you will spend your unnecessary time and efforts on the outdated chart. Next question you need to ask is when this structure was last reviewed by your tax advisor. Tax is so important when your business grows and you have huge profits. So plan well is very important. Legal compliance is another important issue you need to look into. You may need to approach your local people to make sure that all local requirements are complied with. When you look at this chart, there may be companies that are not in use for some time or never been used since incorporation. If so, you may then determine whether you want to keep them or dispose of it. If you have new business initiative, you may want to set up new companies. For tax or other reason, you may also want to change the shareholding structure. For example, the PLC investments can be transferred underneath any of the Hong Kong companies in order to enjoy the double tax arrangement between Hong Kong and China. You know what to do, but you also need to ascertain what's your objective underneath the corporate restructuring. These are some examples for your reference. If you are encountering financial difficulties, you may want to streamline your structure and cut down some of the costs. Maybe you cut down some of your shops. For my client cases, they will pick up their corporate chart and find out which entities are most profit-making or have the funding. And they will work on those entities and squeeze funds and transfer back those funds to the head office. Exit planning and IPO restructuring are important so that you can attract your investors and buyer. If you are to relocate your business from Hong Kong to Singapore or China, you also need to review your chart. So you know your objective, you have the update chart, you know about what you want to do. Then you need to explore possible scenarios and evaluate the pros and cons. Find out what resources you have, formulate your restructuring plan, and consult your department heads, tax representative, lawyers, and also company secretary. Getting their comments and recommendations and finalize a plan and fix the timeline. Communicate well with your stakeholders will contribute to the smooth implementation of the restructuring plan. Regular review and adjustment are also essential. Corporate restructuring may involve huge exercise or small one, depending on the nature and size of your business. From next episode onwards, I will share with you the various forms of restructuring. And please stay with us. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe and share with your friends. Look forward to your continued support. See you next time. Bye-bye.